What's going on, Splinter Cells? Welcome to the 6th Echelon Arsenal. This is our gun store. None of these are for sale though. But this is my arsenal, Spinx Arsenal, for 2018. Of course, since the last time you've seen it, there's been a lot of new additions, a lot of rare guns, and just a lot of badass guns. So let's get started. So we're gonna start over here. This is a MARUSHIN 5.7. It's actually fucking up right now during the last time I used it. But overall, it was a decent gun. It's a CO2. You know, it's a Japanese gun, and I really love Japanese guns. Great quality out of this. You know, I still recommend you buy them despite mine having a bit of issues. Anyway, this is a WeTech P09 Luger, but this is the AW custom one. So you can see this is silver. This is silver. You know, it locks. You can see how these are orange, or is that red? I'm not really sure.
It's red.
Yeah, that's red. So yeah, they replaced that, but you can see like right here, it says "we" on it. But it's leaking. Force Thunder gave me this gun, and I just needed to replace the fill valves. So I haven't really gotten a chance to use it, but I'm liking it so far. It's definitely cool. The paint job is holding up despite it being used. So this is a gun that I actually haven't made a video about yet, but I've made plenty of gameplay, so maybe you've seen it. So this is the ASG CZ75 SP01 Shadow. This gun is phenomenal. I've been using it a lot in Airsoft. It gets kills, it's very accurate, really good kick, and the built material is also very, very nice. You know, it's a gas blowback, and I really recommend this. This has been my go-to for a couple months now. Only issue I've had is that sometimes the slide lock doesn't engage when you take out the magazine. It'll just let itself go, which kind of is a bit annoying. But I'm using a lot. Definite badass gun. Heavy, and holds a lot of bullets. It gets a lot of kills. This next gun is a jury-rigged KWA Mac 11, aka the Orange Brick, aka the Ghetto Blaster. This gun shoots really well. I've added an HFC bolt because it needed that. I got this in a trade from the Zodiac, and I added an Apple sticker because another nickname was the Macintosh. Shoots really well. You can see the jury rig is like a bolt and a nut. Has the magazine, of course. You know, it's all propane or green gas, and yeah, it shoots really well. It's full auto, and it's really old school, but it shoots really nicely. So you can get a lot of kills with this thing. This is not an airsoft gun. It's the only BB gun I own. It's a Daisy Model 93. So it uses CO2 in the grip there, and it's actually got metal BBs in it right now, so I can't shoot it anywhere inside the house. But you know, it's got a really good looking fake paint job. You know, Tokyo Marie, or I'm pretty sure these are. Is Daisy Japanese?
I think it's American.
Yeah, made in Japan. So this is Japanese quality. It's a pretty good BB gun if you're into BB guns. All right, so this is an Ares Honey Badger, or I think it's the AM03 or 16. I'm not sure the weird name that Ares named it, but I used to have the tan one. I got the tan one for $60, and then I had I only spent $70 and I got those two guns. I had a tan M4. I traded the tan M4 for this gun. So it used to belong to a guy named Kanoe, so his name is still on there. He put the little dots here, which I thought were cool. I added this because I bought it for my Scar and it didn't fit, so it fit on here just fine. I used to have a battery extension, but I sold that to Force Thunder because he needed it. And it also has the two rails here, bottom rail, and a hand stop, but it came with more. It also has an Airtech Studios barrel stabilizer. So the battery extension was also Airtech. So when I had my 10 Honey Badger, Airtech saw my review and they decided to send me those. So when I got this, it already had Airtech parts, which is cool. Clap and stock. You know, everybody likes these guns because of their micro switches. They have great trigger response, and they're really good for airsoft because of their micro switches. So the trigger pull is really short, and there's no trigger contact. So micro switch from Ares, really good. This is a KWC M92. It's a CO2. So it's a CO2 gun. Actually, the magazine stopped working. I was putting in the CO2 and it just spewed the gas out. I thought maybe it was my fault. I tried it again, it did it again. So I barely used this gun like 3 times or maybe less than that. And it already had a magazine break. The mags are really expensive.
Yeah.
So I added the Punisher compensator, or no, the Hitman compensator, because it was made popular by that movie Leon the Professional. So I wanted it on an M92 because I really like the round trigger guard. Main reason I got this gun. I was going to make it into a Wilson Combat special with the Wilson Combat grips. They're really expensive grips, and since the gun ain't really working, I don't feel like it's worth it anymore. But while I had it working, it was a really good gun, and it's also full auto. So yeah, maybe I'll get the mag fixed or buy a new mag, make more videos with this gun. We'll see. But heavyweight, good quality, paint and all that, you know, pretty good quality gun. I bought it brand new. This is another gun that Forrest Thunder gave to me. This is a KJW M90, what is it, M9A1. And, you know, it's got the KJ trades. I actually really like this gun. I think it's got a buttery smooth slide. There's just something about KJ guns. They have a certain charm to them that I like. They're not quite as flashy as Tokimori, but they work better than WeTech. So I just feel KJ guns, they're awesome in a way. I really like KJ works. This is the only KJ I have. And it has a WeTech mag, so of course the mag is leaking. That is the only thing wrong with this gun. So, I like it. This gun is still for sale. This is a KJW built ASG licensed CZP09. This is a full plastic gun, but it's really good. Shoots really crisp. Since it's plastic slide, it shoots like a Tokimori, so really fast, snappy. And yeah, I used it a couple times. I replaced the fin lips, got it for 30 bucks. But it's totally a good gun. A lot of beginners like this gun, and for a very good reason, because it works really well. Not a bad gun right there. So this is a gun that I got in that deal where I got 2 guns for 70 bucks. And this is the APS Silver Edge M4 because it has a Silver Edge gearbox. You've probably seen this gun a few times. I have the Magpul PTS stock that came with my beta project. I was gonna put that grip on this gun. It didn't fit. It's cool because of the Cryptek Hydro Dip paint that they did, so it's really cool. I added the salient bolt cover, or just bolt, I guess. And I also added a Matrix ambidextrous charging handle. I originally had a spring set up so that this was spring loaded, but you know, the spring broke, sadly. It's missing a few screws, so I need to go to what is it called? I don't know, store, pick up some more screws. I have the muzzle brake from my Type 97 because this is supposed to be like my SPR build, you know, my DMR, I guess, kind of thing. And I think it's a pretty sweet looking gun. Unfortunately, the last time I brought it out, it wasn't feeding, so I gotta figure out what's wrong with it. It takes down really easily. As you can see in my my shitty setup there. So this is the Silver Edge gearbox. As you see, it's got the cuts. I've shown this off before in a video. It's all full metal, so the nozzle's metal. The inner barrel is also full aluminum as well. So that's a pretty good quality gun, despite the feeding issues it's developed recently. This is a PTS beta project AK, tactical AK. I got this a while ago. I think the real thing is Chris Costa. Like, he designed it. He added the double charging handles, which is my favorite part about it. Obviously, I love how it's tan. You know, it's like a desert bastardized American AK. You know, got this PTS style see-through waffle magazine. I added XTM Magpul rail covers. These are actually the charging handles from an ACR Masada. You know, that's the design they went with because, you know, Magpul. This is the stock from the other gun. Like I said, I swapped them out. This is a PTS Palm pistol grip, aftermarket, because the other one was really wobbly. You see there's like a little palm tree right there. That's how you know it's palm. And yeah, this gun's got all different internals from the previous owner. It's Dean's. This gun is alright. It's shooting a little low FPS, and there's a few videos on that. I quite like it. I don't use it as much anymore. This gun is an old KBUA G26C. It is fully automatic. You know, it's got the selector switch right there. It's got the ported slide and the cuts and stuff like a G18, you know, since it's full auto. Still got the orange tip, of course. You know, you got the little silver plate. I bought this mag separately for it because it came with a G19 size magazine. This gun I didn't use too much, and the previous owner, like, it was pretty much, yeah, I think I bought it almost pretty much brand new. So it works really well still. This is one of my first gas blowbacks, and you know, like with my 1911, I went through and customized it like almost completely. I added grip tape. I did the Costa mod for the double relief cuts, so you can hold it like that a lot better. Get your knuckle higher up, and it's just more comfortable for that. This one's also full auto, but the full auto doesn't work as well. It's got Novak style sights, ported comped built in to the barrel. It has an extended magazine that I bought for it, but it also takes the G19 size magazine. And a nice thing about the 26 is that it will also take G19 size mags. It'll take any size Glock mag that you have for it, so you can have extended as well. But yeah, this was a gun that I really customized. You know, I did the slide, looking nice, and this gun still shoots really well. So this is an FNX 45 built by VFC and licensed through Cybergun. So I think this is one of the first batches because the slide is more matte tan than the anodized, like, shiny version. This gun is really badass. Lots of kick. I have 3 magazines for it. A ton of kick. Holds a lot of BBs. This gun is a badass. You know, you have the fake tritium inserts, so the sights are really cool. A lot of features like safeties, decockers, you know, threaded barrel. It's just a really tactical platform, and that's why I will be taking this to Copperhead because, you know, I have a lot of magazines for it. It's a real badass pistol. I love the FNX. So this is actually my newest pistol. This is a Tokyo Marui Custom 10-8 slide from Nova, and I still haven't gotten this gun working yet. It needs some parts. I have my replica Surefire on there. It's incredibly bright. It's very, very bright. It's 500 lumens, and it fits on all my other guns. And you know, it goes into my what is this thing called? Oh yeah, Blackhawk Omnivore holster. So I can put all my other railed pistols into that. So that's my MMP9. You know, you got a little cool front sight going on there. You know, the full metal slide on the Tokyo Marui. Gotta love it. This is, I really like this gun. This is my custom Night Strike Warrior Tokyo Marui 1911. It's got the lower of a Strike Warrior and then the upper of a Night Warrior. It's got what looks like a 3D printed aftermarket front sight, since I did buy this gun used and pre-customized. It has the Magpul grips, which are insanely comfortable. This is one of the most comfortable guns to hold. It's also really lightweight, and since it's Tokyo Marui and it's got a plastic slide, it's got BBs in it. Since it's got a plastic slide, it's really snappy, really crisp. You can get a lot of fall-up shots, pull the trigger really fast. So this is a really beautiful gun. You know, you got the magwell, lots of just neat, cool features about it that just make it a really gorgeous pistol. Really love that gun. I'm going to use it more. I should be using it more. This is another gun that Phil let me borrow. This is an ICS Commando SIG 552, fully trademarked. So it's got the realistic trades. You know, you can see the bullets in the mag. This gun shoots really nicely. It's very accurate. You can get kills across the field with it. It's got the whole Riz kit on it, which is the Commando variant. It's also got the full-length charging handle, and you got good access to the hop-up. You know, you got the bolt release. Since it's a Swiss gun and it's cold over there, they have gloves. The trigger guard moves out the way. And more ergonomic pistol grip, folding stock. Yeah, I put an AUG flash hider on there and a grip for now. But this gun shoots really good. I really highly recommend ICS. Their guns are incredibly strong and realistic. This is my first AEG ever. This is the Jellius Beretta RX-4 Storm Hurricane Battle Rifle EO4. Quite a fucking mouthful. But yeah, I've had it for a really long time. It has stopped working on me. I think it needs a MOSFET to get it to, you know, work right. Because the wiring was the worst part about it, the wiring. The rest was okay, and I did change a few things to the internals. But this was my first AEG. I never even got to field it, but I liked it a lot because it's beautiful. I like Beretta, and it looks like a CX-4, which at the time was a gun I really wanted. This is a great gun. It's actually broken. The piston broke, but this is a VFC Echo 1 licensed, VFC built Robinson Armament XCR. Very high quality gun. This is probably one of the most sturdy, well built guns out of all of them. The whole upper is just one piece of CNC aluminum, and the paint is anodized, really good paint. This gun is built pretty much like a real gun. It's incredibly well built. You have a full charging handle with the bolt release, kind of like a Masada down here. You have the 45-degree selector. It's a really high quality gun. You can't go wrong with VFC for their externals. Really badass. And you can tell it's VFC because it has a skeletonized stock. The Echo 1 variants are probably plastic and have M4 stocks. Not as good as the VFC, I'm going to tell you that right now. This thing is really tough. It's like a tank. Just needs a piston, you know. Too much full auto. What's that? This is a WeTech G39C. It's got the Future Soldier stock and the Future Soldier rail. I used to own it in the past. It didn't work very well. This one works a little better, but I think I broke it, to be honest. You know, it's a good looking G36. I don't really care for G36 as much. They are pretty comfortable to use, but I like this one, of course, because of the features on it. The WeTech is externally built really well, really solid. It's a really comfortable gun to use, but they have a ton of problems with the magazines and with the trigger mechanism and the hammer. They have a lot of problems. So if you get one of these, so long as you like replace some of the issues it develops, like say the hammer. I think the striker is what's wrong with this one currently. This gun would be really good. It's also got a CNC aluminum Angel Custom charging handle, since that breaks on these a lot. Really easy to break that part. And it's got these flip up sights, which I think are better than regular G36 sights in my opinion. So not a bad gun, despite being Wii. It is one of my favorites from Wii. This is a gun that I'm selling today. It's going away. This is an Elite Force 1911 TAC, and it's a pretty good gun. It's really good quality, really heavy, pretty good built materials. It looks nice, and it's a good starter gun. People who are new to Airsoft love this gun. It's not too badly priced, and it's CO2. The recoil on this is really intense, or just really strong. I wouldn't say intense. And it's got the threaded barrel for suppressors. You got the tack rail. It's a really tactical platform. It's really good. A lot of people like these. This is this is my first gas blowback pistol. This is the Wilson Combat CQB Elite from WeTech, but licensed through SOCOM Gear to get the Wilson Combat trademarks. So of course the grips are beautiful. I've done a ton of aftermarket work, like slide release, the trigger. The magazine release breaks a lot. I added this. I custom modified a Army magwell to fit, and I have a nice silver magazine for it. I custom made a Colt style hammer, and I also added a nice recoil setup with a new spring, and then chromed out and crowned barrel, which you don't see in Airsoft. Nobody crowns barrels like that. This is pretty rare piece, but it unfortunately. So that was the Novak, first gas blowback. This is a Rock Island Armory's 1911. It's a nice short barrel, and it was only $400. You know, not bad, of course. You know, my first real gun, and you know, it's got a nice logo right there. Really nice grips. These grips are dope. Really comfortable. Really dig into your hand because they're really aggressive. They're kind of the same style as this. So I think these are VZ grips. So those are VZ grips. Really nice. You have adjustable trigger. Like I forgot to mention, this also has an adjustable trigger. Well, it's adjustment for the pull. You know, it's not gonna. I don't know. Fuck. But yeah, it's a short barrel 1911. You have some Novak style sights. It shoots 45s, of course. You know, big fat bullets, tons of recoil, and yeah, it's pretty nice. You know, I got a couple magazines. It came with all the mags. Wilson Combat mag, and this is the original mag that comes when you buy it, the Arms Core. This is a really nice looking mag. So yeah, definite badass gun right here. I recommend it if you're into 1911s. It suits my needs for a lot of reasons, because it's short and because it's a 1911. It's very tactical in a sense with the trigger and all that. The hammer's combat style. So and then it also has these cuts for a magwell if you were to add one of those. So really cool gun. Definite badass. So this is my custom Tokyo Marui high cycle AUG. This gun is super dope. I call this my super AUG. It shoots really fast, a lot of rate of fire in this thing. You know, it obviously takes the Tokyo Marui, or I think these are King Arms mags, but it takes those AUG magazines. It had a 2-stage trigger, but the semi-auto stopped working, which sucks because it's a TM. You can't be using lipos in these. So it has HK style charging bolt, exposes your hop up on both sides, and you know, it came with the iron sights. And this is really cool. I added the Nitro V6 handrail with the key mod. So I added a little tiny rail on the bottom, and just overall it just completes the look of this gun. So much cooler. As you can see, I have a black slide suppressor on there, and then the inner barrel is jutting out the end because the other inner barrel I had was just too short, wasn't very accurate. But this gun is super dope. It needs MOSFET, but AUG MOSFETs are a lot different than a regular one, so the wiring is much tougher to do. This gun is super good. Every time I bust this baby out, I just kill everybody. This is the ICS LED5A2. This gun is incredibly well built, very realistic, entirely made of steel and high strength polymer. This thing is quite the training replica because it's just so realistic in so many ways. It's very, very accurate, shoots really far, incredibly reliable. It hasn't really given me any problems. Like, let's see, the only problem it had was the selector switch, but I've taken care of that and it works all good. This is a WeTech cheek riser, or no, not a cheek riser, just a cheek rest. And you know, you have your bolt, very realistic, and you can lock it like that, and then power stroke to release it. I added this upper rail, and I do plan on getting the Daniel Defense rail kit for this. So, Daniel Defense rail kit would be awesome. And then you got a lot of battery space, and I wired it to Dean's. So that is my L85. I also have the muzzle brake from the APS M4. So I've been switching around parts and all of my guns and stuff. So this is an Ares TAR 21. This gun is pretty cool. It has a MOSFET. You know, it's got the bolt, and you can get the release down there. It takes in 4 mags, of course. You know, I love my bullpups. I have a ton of them. I added the I think this is this is an Angry Gun rail kit, and it's got I think these are called M-Lock. I'm not sure. And then it's got the rail on the bottom. It came with an extra rail. I want to do a short barrel on this, and it needs an adapter. But it's got the sights on it, side rail. I put the cool scope on there. This is a really well-built gun, very tough, very realistic. It looks great, and it does a decent job on the field. I like the Ares more than the Elite Forces. I just think they're built better, and they have micro switches since it's Ares. So really, it's kind of a long trigger pull, but as you can hear, that little click is the micro switch. The micro switches just give you a much better trigger response, and especially if you have a lipo. I run lipos in all of my guns, by the way. This is my favorite gun, pretty much. It's also my best gun, in my opinion. When I take this out, the range and the accuracy is the best. So is the reliability, and it is incredibly comfortable due to its size. Since it's a bullpup, you know, you have your hand here. Your hand is also very close to your other hand, so just manipulating this weapon, it's very small despite having a really long inner barrel. And I don't use any sights, even though I have the rail for this, because I feel the iron sights are incredibly accurate. It shoots exactly where they're pointing. So you have the charging bolt. Doesn't go very far, but you have your hop up. The magazine release is pretty awkward because it's only right here. So yeah, this is probably my best gun. I mean, it's so robust. It's mostly polymer, but this section here is called duraluminum because it's durable, I guess. I mean, it's really tough stuff. But this is built by, it comes from the it comes from the Rinco factory. So this is the US import version of the QBZ, so it takes the American Stanite magazines. So it is a QBZ, but since it's Americanized, it's the Type 97 renamed. So the Rinco makes the real ones, but they also make the bodies and the externals for a real sword. So this is built exactly like the real gun itself. So it's super badass. Really rare. That's probably the rarest gun here. This is also rare. There's only 500 of these in existence. This is I think it's 500. This is the VFC limited edition HK416 in bronze, or as Matt from Evag likes to call Barodrab. It is really good. I've had no issues with this gun. It is beautiful. Taking this to Copperhead, most definitely. It's really badass. Really smooth gearbox. Nice and quiet. Really accurate and precise. I've had no issues with this thing, except sometimes the magazines are a bit tight with certain magazines. But it is definitely gorgeous. It is pretty comfortable. You know, it's HK. You know, HK makes really high quality stuff, and you know they obviously made a really nice M4 type platform, 416. You gotta love it, and especially with this awesome paint job. Pretty rare gun. I got it for a great price in Texas. Most people want like $500 for these. They're a bit ridiculous. It's too much money for an airsoft gun. This is another gun from Force Thunder. This is probably a UTG. I'm not even sure. It's just a tri-shot shotgun. It does slam fire. It takes the open there. It takes the little shotgun shells. It holds about 10 BBs in there, and you put it in there. And yeah, it's a nice tri-shot. Not bad at all. They break pretty easily, so I just suggest you take good care of them and not don't be a jabroni with these. They'll break really easily. This is a gun that I actually sold to Force Thunder, but it never really worked right. It needs probably a new trigger mechanism. So this is the G&G F2000 model G 2010. You can tell because it has the trademark painted instead of engraved. These guns are not that good. They have a lot of issues with the trigger mechanism, at least on mine, I can say. Also, the charging handles broke. I've seen them break on the newer models with the engraved trademarks. Mine is still there. It's kind of like HK style where you can lock it and then slap it. I'm not going to slap it, it might just break. And I have HK style sights on there, which look better on this gun here. I used to have them on there. You have access to your hop up right there. And battery goes in the back. It has, like I said, a lot of trigger issues, but I can buy a whole new trigger unit for like 27 bucks. And then I can get this gun operational again. I'm going to paint it black so it's more Splinter Cell, because that is the theme of this channel, Splinter Cell. So yeah, that is my old F2000 making a return to me, and I definitely need to fix it. So this last gun was the first gun I actually took to play airsoft with, because it was my first decent gun. This is my VFC Scar L MK16, built by the VFC and licensed through Cybergun. So you have full FN Herstal trademarks. I added these dope stickers for more realism. And what's cool is the serial numbers actually match up with the gun itself. How rare is that? It's just, you know, a really cool coincidence. So this gun has a lot of internal upgrades, mostly Lonix parts like a Lonix Titan motor, Lonix piston, Lonix piston head, and an aluminum air nozzle, and I might MOSFET it, I'm not sure. You know, it's got the ambidextrous controls, the bolt doesn't lock anymore, unfortunately, but the bolt pull is really nice, and full travel, very realistic. This gun is great. It was my first gun that I ever took to play, of course, so it holds a special place in my heart for probably one of my most upgraded AEGs. It shoots really nice. It looks good. This is the Airsoft GI edition, so it's black and tan, so they just took two guns and put them together. And yeah, it's really nice. Dig this gun a lot. So this has been my arsenal, Spinx Yourselves arsenal for 2018. And stay tuned. If you like any of these guns, there is a video on pretty much every single gun except for, you know, obviously the ones that I just got, like the CZ over there. It doesn't have an official video yet. But thanks for watching the video, and stay tuned.